In this video, I'm going to showcase the exact steps I took from being an average league player on my local team that had nothing to show for to getting a trial for a Premier League team, AFC Bournemouth Academy, and setting records like scoring 6 goals in 25 minutes and scoring 65 goals in 35 games of a regular season, without being athletically gifted, having professional contacts or exceptional talent, and how you can get a trial for a professional academy and become the best player in your city, just like I did in under a month. Because I'm not the only one to have this type of success. There are a bunch of players from all different countries killing their competition and getting trials for top tier professional academies and making their families proud using the steps I'm about to show you. Copying my original path from being a grassroots Sunday league player who would always get injured and never have confidence or skill to get where I wanted to be, to becoming a goal scoring machine and having coaches and parents talk about me left, right and centre, and got the trials for the clubs that I've always wanted to play for. And I'm going to explain more about that shortly, but I just want to clarify. The results I'm going to show you aren't just going to happen to everyone and aren't guaranteed, but what I can promise you is that the results you're about to see are from players all over the world who started out just like you and use what I taught them to make their dreams turn to reality. Like Cameron, who had major struggles with his dribbling and speed and is now breaking defenders' ankles on a daily. Or Eddie, who went from playing amateur local football to now playing on a Division 1 team in the Dublin League and is balling out and playing the best games of his career. Or Samuel, who had gone from an average player to getting a college trial and making his friends and family proud. You probably have never heard of me before, so let me introduce myself. My name is Harvey Davies, and if football is your passion and you want to surpass your friends in competition, get trials for whatever club you desire and become an elite 1% confident footballer that can ball out whenever you please. If you finally want to have the respect and validation of your coaches, be admired by your teammates, have your competition fear you, stop being an average role player and make your family truly proud, then this is the right place for you. Because I'm going to show you the simple actions and steps I took to diversify my training outside of team training to blow by my competition and improve faster than all my friends and teammates so that I could land professional opportunities. The 3 steps you need to go from your current level and skill to becoming the best player in your city and getting trials anywhere you desire. And I'll be showing you all of this in the next 15 minutes. So if sitting through a 15-minute video that can potentially change the course of your career is too much for you, then improving in football and living the dream life of the professional players you admire may not be the right choice for you. And for the truly dedicated players that stay until the end, I'll be giving you my dribbling mastery guide for free that will make you feel like Messi on the ball and also might include a very special surprise, so make sure you watch the whole video. I want to let you know that my football career has not been perfect. I had to go through the highs and lows of football and life many times, and I wasn't always the player I am today. Having been born in New Zealand and introduced to the beautiful game of football at the age of 5, I stepped onto the pitch, felt the freshly cut grass and the leather of the football on my boots, and immediately knew that this is what I wanted to do for many years. I didn't want a regular job and live a normal life. All I simply wanted to do was play football. However, when I first started, I wasn't very good. I had a good shot, however my dribbling, speed and right foot was really lacking. I was smaller than most players and one of the slowest on my team and did not have a lot of success early on. It was honestly embarrassing because I always knew I wanted to be good, and the feedback and disrespect I was getting from my coaches led me to praying and wishing that I could be the player I always dreamed I could be. That's when I truly knew something had to change. I started looking to increase the number of hours I spent training outside of the team and started implementing 1v1 matches with my dad. I would go to the field and practice with cones and take free kicks with a friend and spend hours juggling by myself. However, nothing really changed for me. I was still the average player that wasn't special. I remember watching the other players around me getting all the validation and admiration from the coaches, parents and other players that I wanted so badly. It made it even harder seeing kids like Lamine Yamal, Endrick and Phil Foden making their dreams come true as I just sat and watched back at home. I felt hopeless and actually almost decided to give it all up until I finally developed a new method of training and natural living that completely changed my life. And when I started putting this training to work, I was noticing changes fast. I balled out in games and was always the best player on the pitch. It was getting to the point where people couldn't help but give me recognition and gas me up. My teammates and friends would ask me all the time what I was doing differently and how I started improving so fast. They were shocked. One moment they saw and remembered seeing an average footballer who sat on the bench and was not a key player, to now seeing me as the best player on the field and the one baller that everyone knew was going to make it big. I started setting records. I scored 65 goals in 35 games, scored 6 goals in 25 minutes, and was getting trials for the best teams in the country. The results were clearly paying off, so I continued to trust the process and do the things I was going to do that got me this far. It was so simple and clear, but yet so powerful and game changing. I eventually got to the point where I was able to land a trial at AFC Bournemouth, a Premier League academy. Got invited to play at the Wellington Phoenix Academy, the only professional team in New Zealand at the time. Played for Christchurch United Academy, one of the top academies in the country, known for producing players who have gone on to play for the national team and overseas like Steve Sumner and former Premier League footballer Ryan Nelson. And even went on to train with the Christchurch United's first team during the pre-season, where our coach Paul Eiffel was a former Premier League player who had played in the FA Cup final against Cristiano Ronaldo in 2004. I documented every step of my journey and I gained over 100,000 followers on all social media platforms, helping other footballers just like me. And the number one question I get asked the most is how I have done it. Well, let me show you. There are 3 major steps that you need to take in order to go from an average league player to being one of the best in your city and getting trials for pro academies. But do not take this lightly. 99% of all players never overcome these obstacles and never achieve the results and goals they truly desire. However, if you can persevere and overcome these hurdles, you can become one of the best players in your city and get on track to living your dreams. Step 1 is solidifying your foundation. In this initial phase, you'll focus on establishing a solid foundation that can propel you to a high level of play, potentially leading to a professional career if you choose. This involves developing a comprehensive base across 4 critical areas: physical fitness, technical skills, mental toughness, and tactical awareness. By the end of this stage, you should be comfortable handling the ball in various situations, possess strong self-confidence, maintain good fitness and movement mechanics, and make smart tactical choices during matches. If you find yourself making frequent mistakes, overthinking situations, or lacking confidence, it typically indicates that your foundational skills and self-assurance need enhancement, both of which can be improved with dedicated training. To build this foundation, you'll need to practice time in ball practice, mental conditioning, sprinting exercises, pickup games, and match analysis. While the process is more detailed than this summary, these activities will be central to your development. And a keynote to developing these skills is by increasing difficulty and variables over time. You see, most footballers do random drills and simply practice free kicks, resulting in zero progress. But the moment you truly will start to see results is when you train specific position tasks over a period of time that you can track and increasingly make more difficult. Most people often apply this knowledge in different sports and activities. However, in football, it's an absolute game changer that can work just as well. It's very possible and simple to make changes to your technical skills, confidence, and overall ability. However, only if you do the right training. I wasted years doing random training routines I found on YouTube and Instagram before I truly leveled up my game and got to the Premier League Academy level. This is probably the most important phase to master, because if you don't do the following work and training you need to put in, it will be pointless and have less impact on your game. Once you master this, you would have developed a true base in your football journey. However, this is not where the journey ends, as it's simply not enough to make you shine past everyone else. This takes me to the second step: how to separate yourself apart. This is usually the thing that players struggle with the most, and how could you really blame them? Out of 240 million registered players in the world, what makes you so special? This is by far going to be the most difficult challenge you will face as a footballer, but it's going to be what takes you the furthest. This is where you're going to have to develop a specific skill set, a special ability that you can do better than 90% of players. Something that will immediately draw the eyes of coaches and scouts. This will be different for all positions. For a fullback, it can be your specific ability to run at opponents with good pace and control, deliver high quality crosses, and get into positions to attack and score from set pieces. For a winger, it will be your special ability to dominate 1v1 situations on the wing, put in excellent quality crosses for your striker and score goals. And for a CDM, it'll be your secret weapon for making killer runs from deep, kicking off rapid counter attacks with slick through balls, and shutting down attackers like a pro. Make sure you choose one, and one that you are already good at, so it can be as easy as possible to stand out in front of coaches. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and hopeless when you see other players and even younger players balling out with confidence and playing on pro teams. You see them living and playing the way you desire and wish that it could be you. You might think that you're too far behind. You might question if you could even do it and feel terrible and disappointed in yourself, but you need to stop this ASAP. If you do the correct training and place yourself in the right environment, you will easily be in the same position as them. And I'll be showing you how to do this in just a minute. Just like Rene, who went from an average league baller to getting pro trials in Portugal and making his parents proud, all at the age of 18. So now we get into step 3, getting trials at higher levels. Once you have mastered the technical foundation and developed a key X factor to become a standout player, it's time to find opportunities at better clubs so you can move up the ranks. You can easily do this without having connections or living near a big club. There's 3 simple ways you can do this, and once I show you how to do this, I'll also reveal the biggest secret to becoming an absolute maestro on the pitch, so listen up. Number 1, use social media and websites such as LinkedIn. You can use this to search for coaches and agents and ask to connect with them. And if you made it this far, I'll throw in a completely free message template that I use myself to get trials at Premier League academies. Number 2 is to tap into your immediate connections. So tell your own coaches and teammates that you are looking for better opportunities and they might just have what you're looking for. Number 3 is email coaches. This is very simple. All you need to do is research the clubs that you're looking to play for, find an email and use a specific template to express your interest in the club and your profile as a footballer, and then you're done. But we are not quite finished, so stay with me as the next part is the most important in this whole process. Listen, if your current game is a bit slow or you simply don't stand out as a player, don't worry. You don't need to be born with Mbappe-like pace or gifted dribbling like Messi. You can simply build these skills from the ground up. Just like a chef tweaks their recipes through trial and error, you can sharpen your skills by practicing intentionally and constantly leveling up. And I'll show you how to do this right now. But let's first go over what we're already learned. As of this moment, you now know that the only 3 things holding you back from achieving your dreams are developing a rock-solid elite technical foundation, distinguishing yourself on the field, and securing professional opportunities. If you lack in any of these areas, it's going to be extremely difficult to be the best player on your team or in your city and get recognized by professional clubs or academies you want to play for. It literally happened to me. I went from being an average Sunday league player who was not favored by coaches and would just sit on the bench to playing with a professional first team and getting a trial at AFC Bournemouth Academy. If I had the knowledge I had without missing the years it took for me to acquire it. Just imagine the levels and possibilities you can achieve by having the right training, guidance and mentorship from the get-go. This is a huge opportunity to change the course of your football career, and it's already changed the lives of hundreds of other players around the world. Now yes, this sounds super exciting. However, I have to warn you, if you try to do this alone, you'll spend and waste years of your life trying to figure it all out. I spent years of my life doing the wrong training, thinking that it was going to get me where I wanted to be. Meanwhile, I was stuck in the same place and at the same level while I was on the mission to become the best footballer I could possibly dream of. Football is a very unforgiving sport and the time is constantly ticking. You don't have forever to make your dreams come true, and in reality it's actually a very tiny window of time. Simply wasting months can destroy your chances of achieving your goals, let alone years. But if you do the right things, you can reach a point in your football journey beyond your wildest imagination, because as you can see, players are realizing you don't need any type of insane talent or luck to become an absolute baller on the pitch. So the real question is, how do you get results like myself and the ballers I've shown you? Well, you have 2 choices. 1, you can try going about everything yourself. You experiment, test and practice new methods of training and use the information I've given you to attempt to figure it all out. And by all means, if that's the path that you would like to go on, you can do it. But understand you'll probably miss out on months and years of vital training, experimenting and testing training tactics every few months. And in the long term, it's going to cost you more, missing out on the months and years of training you could have had if you started correctly from the get-go. Because at the end of the day, training and skills skills combine and accumulate over time. Finally, your chance of quitting and giving up becomes that much more possible, especially when you hit a roadblock, have doubt, or have no support on this long journey. That's why I created the Natural Footballer Mastery. The second option is where you can join me and I can personally take you and show you everything that you need to know and understand to go from an average league player who plays for fun to being the best player in your city, getting offers from professional academies and making your parents proud. To simply look at the players I've showcased to you in this video, they have all single-handedly redefined their football skills and journey the same way I did for myself. So if you've got a few minutes, let's take a look at what's inside the Natural Footballer Mastery. This isn't just any program, this is a virtual professional academy I've created for like-minded ballers coming up just like you. The Natural Footballer Mastery is a 30-day program that will make you go from an average league player to the best player in your city and guarantee that you will make a better team than the one that you are currently on, or else you get your money back. From immersive drills to dynamic game strategy breakdowns to fascia training, this program has exactly what every dedicated footballer needs to win. The first phase is technical ability. This is where I show you how to master the technical skills you need as a footballer to get to a professional level. In this phase, we cover ball control, dribbling, shooting, mastery, and defending. We cover every aspect of the technical skills of football and give you concise and elite step-by-step training sessions for players of every skill level and position. I designed this so you can do it with any time and with any type of schedule, no matter how busy you are with school, work, or priorities. I was in school when I was doing this training and I still managed to get the results I was looking for, and I show you how you can too. Just look at Ibrahim, who completely remade his entire football game and started killing it on the pitch. The second phase is tactical mastery. This is where I'm going to teach you how to master the tactical side of football, teaching you how to excel with correct positioning, improving your overall game IQ so you can make smarter and more calculated decisions on the field quickly, developing a bulletproof awareness to make sure that you have a sixth sense on the field and are aware of your surroundings at all times, and finally teaching you how to correctly study game field and elite professional players and knowing how to correctly apply professional team tactics and the most famous footballers' roles through game study can be the most pivotal change to your game, allowing you to look like you were meant to play in the Prem. Finally, the third phase, physical mastery. This is where I'm going to take you by the hand and show you the ins and outs of how to naturally increase your speed, explosiveness, stamina, and strength. All these traits are vital to excelling in football, and as we know, even if your technical ability is off the charts but your athleticism is lacking, then you won't be able to keep up with the intensity and fitness of the elite players and will simply fall behind. Now, in order for me to have made this program as beneficial as possible and an absolute game changer to your football career, I've decided to throw in a variety of bonuses that I could sell as its own program for thousands if I decided. The first bonus I've added is an elite fascia mastery guide for free. Training your fascia will give you a never-ending supply of benefits, including enhanced flexibility and range of motion, so that you can improve your ability to execute various movements such as stretching and twisting, helping you perform sharp turns, quick directional changes, and dynamic moves with ease during matches. Increased power and strength, allowing you to have better explosive capability between your muscles and leading to improved power and strength, which is necessary for explosive actions like sprints and powerful shots. It will also level up your balance and coordination, giving you the essential ability to maintain control and agility on the field, and so much more, including better movement capability, increased endurance, less pain and discomfort, and will even help you become more durable so that you get injured less. And that's just the first bonus. Secondly, you get the Trial Booking Mastery, a complete and thorough guide on how to get and book trials all over the world, and even get to use my proven email templates and methods that I personally use to get a trial at AFC Bournemouth. On top of that, you get the Professional Prep Guide, a complete game plan and mindset hack before your important games, trials, completely catered to your specific position so that you can guarantee that you're the best player on the pitch in the moments that matter the absolute most. Next, you will be getting a free weekly member makeover where you will get a personal call with me breaking down your entire day so that I can give you specific and detailed advice on what you specifically as a player need to work on and implement so that you can become the best player you can possibly be. Although there is a limited amount of spots for this bonus, so this is going to be on a first come first serve basis. And we're not even finished. You will also get the ultimate natural injury prevention and recovery mastery. With this guide, you'll learn how to stay fit and healthy all year round and even recover from bad injuries that have been keeping you from playing your best. This guide is absolutely vital because if you're always getting injured, one, you will be a liability to your coach and teammates as they won't be able to rely on you throughout the season, and two, it will slow down your rate of improvement because when you're injured, you're missing out on precious training hours that could have had you at a higher skill set much sooner. Along with that, you will also be getting the elite natural nutrition mastery. This will be a complete done-for-you meal plan and prep guide to make sure that you get the most optimal diet that every footballer vitally needs to excel. No more having bad stomach aches, messing up your games, and not knowing when and how long to eat before your matches. This guide alone has helped me gain muscle over the years while still burning fat. It's also helped my body increase my rate of healing so that I can become less injury prone and more durable throughout my football career. But despite all of this, it's proven that guides and modules aren't always the key driver to a player's success. It's absolutely essential for your growth, but the main driver for having success is having a strong community and ecosystem. That's exactly why in this program we have created the Natural Footballers Academy, a completely exclusive community for anyone who's in the program. This allows you as a player to find and connect with like-minded individuals, to create key accountability partners, and gives you the ability to ask questions to me directly and create friendships to help you stay motivated through it all. Just like Oscar, who had to say this about our online community.
Hey lads, I'm out here in our training. As you guys see, Moneyball too. But I just want to say, guys, that right now has been like the best session ever. I mean, I was just having so much fun. I was literally naturally in the flow state. I was like shooting so hard. I was dribbling amazing. I was like, it was so much fun, and all thanks to the Natural Footballers Academy. I mean, Harvey and his academy has been an absolute game changer for my football career. I mean, I just enjoy the game so much now. I mean, I'm always in the flow state naturally, and like the secret sauce is literally free flow training and leveling up your self-worth. It's amazing. I mean, I can't even explain how much the Natural Footballers Academy has helped me so much in my football. Like, I used to be such a grinder. I mean, I would get cone drills, do ball mastery drills, and I would just never get better. I mean, I was so robotic. But now that I do free flow training, max intent dribbling, and I have higher self-worth, I do faster work, I roll the Indonesians, my football has absolutely changed drastically. All thanks to the Natural Footballers Academy. In that academy, you're an academy with like-minded ballers, and it's absolutely amazing. I really recommend you guys join. I have no regrets. Trust me, free flow training will allow you to naturally tap into the flow state.
And in the private community, I am constantly getting flooded with feedback and results from my students that are noticing their improvement and have shown me their gratitude towards the program. Like Jaden here, who literally said Harvey is a true great resource for football and created an atmosphere of like-minded people with similar goals to come together. Truly respect this man. Or even Mochi, who said that he had 4 amazing performances with plenty of assists and even scored the game-winning penalty to win his team the tournament, all thanks to the support from everyone here. Students are spreading love and motivating each other so much that I'm even getting thank you videos sent to me daily by players that have changed the course of their football careers with this program. But to be honest, the main reason people don't find success with online programs is usually because they go through all the course content and are bundled up with so many extra questions that are left unanswered that lead to them giving up and throwing in the towel. That's why we are also going to have weekly Q&A calls for all the students inside the program, so that I can personally answer any questions you develop throughout your football journey. So there's literally no way you can fail. It also will not be just myself. I will be having surprise pro players come on the calls so that you can also ask a current playing pro player any questions you get along your journey. So let's recap everything you will get when you join the Natural Footballer Mastery today. Number 1, you'll get access to the Natural Footballer Mastery program forever, but you will only need 90 days, the exact amount of time that we will guarantee you make a better team than the one you are currently on, or your money back. All the technical, tactical, mental, and physical training it comes with. On top of that, how to secure the chances and opportunities that you are looking for with professional academies with the trial booking mastery, the fascia mastery guide, my professional prep guide, a free weekly member makeover, the ultimate natural injury prevention and recovery mastery, the elite natural nutrition mastery, access to our private community so that you can get in touch and connect with like-minded players, and finally, weekly Q&A coaching calls with myself and occasional pro players every week so that you can stay on track. So now answer me this question. How much worth it would it be to you to stop being an average and stop being just another player and excel at the highest level and stop worrying and having doubts if this sport is really for you and if you're ever going to make it or not? How worth it would it truly be to have insane techers, skills, and relentless confidence that wow your teammates and coaches every time you step onto the pitch? How much is it worth it to you to truly be one of the best players in your city, have coaches fighting over you, and have the top academies in the country adhering to your needs? Truly imagine that for you. How much would it be worth to really know, not hope, but know that you can absolutely destroy your competition every time you're on the pitch and be the best player in your city, getting opportunities to play at pro academies and clubs wherever you wish? How much would it be worth to make your parents truly proud that the world-class footballer that everyone's talking about and all the clubs are fighting over is their kid? 5,000, 15,000, 30,000? Well, don't worry, you're going to be able to experience this with far less than what you're thinking. You see, for me, this is about something much deeper than money. This is about knowing what it feels like to be disrespected by your coaches, competition, and teammates. This is about having lived through endless suffering and pain while I watched the good players on my team make an impact in the game, watching other players be admired and praised by coaches, and seeing others get opportunities I deserve while I watch from the bench, not being able to do anything about it. I don't want you to ever have all this unnecessary stress the way I did. I have been blessed to be put on the right path in life to have figured this out all correctly. If you went and worked with a top personal private coach, it would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars alone. Even if you got something as simple as one strength and conditioning coach, it would cost you anywhere between $3,000 to $10,000 for just 6 months. And that's just fitness. You would still need to master your shot, passing, dribbling, defending, speed, agility, and position, all at an elite level, because the low level training will not get you the results that you're looking for. You can see how this can get all way too expensive. Overall, it could easily cost you tens of thousands of dollars a year just on coaching. And for most people like myself, that is simply just not an option. And after spending years and years of learning and going through the ups and downs to get to the place where I've made a program like this one, people have told me hundreds of times that I should price it in the thousands myself. But I want more players to be able to access this type of training. More players like myself that had huge dreams but didn't always have the best resources around them to get it. That's why I put the standard price of the Natural Footballer Mastery at $597. But that's not the price for you today. As promised, because you watched this entire masterclass, I'm letting a limited amount of dedicated ballers get in at an insanely low price. Only $197 for the entire Natural Footballer Mastery. It's never going to be this low ever again. And this offer ends very, very soon, as we are going to permanently set the price at $597 and likely increase it to $797 as we add more content to the course in the future that you will have unlimited access to if you join today. I'm so confident in this offer that I'm willing to give you a ridiculous guarantee. I have an unconditional money back guarantee for the first 30 days of the program, meaning at any point if you decide you do not like the program within the first 30 days, I'll just give you your money back, no questions asked. The reason I do this is because I know you're gonna love it and want to stay forever. But to sweeten it, I'm adding a second guarantee. I guarantee that in 90 days of the program, you will play for a team that's currently better than the one you are on right now and become one of the top 3 players in your team. Or I'll give you your money back and I'll also buy you another online football program that you want for absolutely free. Let me repeat that one more time. If you go through the entire course content, do the training, attend the coaching calls, and don't start playing for a better team than the one you are currently playing for, or become one of the top 3 players on your team, I'll give you all your money back and I'll also buy another football training program on me. That's how unbelievably confident I am that this program will work for you and how much I know that the course of your football career will change. I will literally pay for another program if this one does not satisfy you. So there is absolutely zero risk on your part. You either join and start becoming one of the best football players in your city and get trials for the academies you want, or I will give you your money back without any hesitation. The only real way you lose today is by sitting back and not taking further action. And you may wonder why I go out of my way to do this? Well, it's simple. When I was on my journey, I saw how many talented and hardworking players would never get to showcase what they could truly do and ultimately waste their potential because they didn't have the right guidance. When I had my transformation, I knew that any footballer could have what I had at any age, location, or level if they simply did the necessary work and followed the right steps. Doing that led me to being the best player I could possibly be and playing wherever I wanted. My goal is to completely revolutionize football training and make it easy to access for anyone around the world, and I've already helped to do that for hundreds of footballers. Now I need to warn you, like I said, this offer is running out extremely fast, and I'm only opening this for an exclusive group of footballers who are ready to take the next step in their football journey today. After that, the doors will close, as I want to make sure I can spend as much time as possible helping each footballer reach their goals, and when we reopen the price, it will be much more expensive. Overall, in your life and football journey, there really isn't that much time to take opportunities that will give you massive improvements that can change the course of your life. It's up to you at the end of the day to decide. Do you want to take action immediately or sit back and watch others reach the goals you have in your life? So what are you really waiting for? You don't want to have to pay double and more. Importantly, you don't want to stall your growth any longer, right? Take this opportunity now while you can, as chances like this don't come every day. Go below the video right now and click the link at the top of the description to start changing the course of your life today. And in case you need help convincing your parents to help you out financially, I created a short and simple video that you can show them breaking down the entire program that has helped others make the leap and change the course of their journey today, which you can access on the page in the description below. We also have payment plan options and support for any questions you need to be answered. Because what you may not fully realize at this moment, right now you're at a very pivotal moment in your football career. You have a once in a lifetime choice that could take you down two very different paths. One path that could lead you down to a never ending disappointment, misery and regret as your performance continues to decline or even stalls, and your confidence continues to drop and you start to fall behind and realize you will never get where you want to be. A path where you never feel truly content and happy with where you are, never have the ability to do the things that you know you are capable of deep down, and a path where you live in regret as you know you never became the person and player you were supposed to become and have the career you were supposed to have, until ultimately you look back and notice that you have only become a fraction of the player you could have been, and become a typical old sob story of could've, should've, would've, with your aspirations and dreams down the drain. I do not want this to be your path, and I know damn well that you do not want it to be either. There is another path waiting for you, a path that has been chosen by hundreds of other footballers just like yourself that is in a pivotal moment you are currently in. A path when you step onto the pitch, you have relentless skill, unmatched confidence, you have a level of football that people claim is simply just God-given talent, a level that you know you can dominate on the field whenever you so please, a path where all your friends look up to you, where coaches are fighting over you, where your parents are prouder than ever and you are the leader, a path where people are looking at you to claim the opportunities others truly want, free of pain, frustration, suffering and heartbreak. This is the path you want and the path you've been waiting your entire life to embark on. You may never forgive yourself and live a life of complete regret if you let this opportunity fly right by you. It's the smart thing and the right thing to do for your life while you still can. Click the button in the description below and take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to claim the career and the life you truly deserve. See you inside.